Nnamdi Kanu is a clear example. In 2022, Nigeria's Court of Appeal struck down the charges against him and ordered his release. The UN Working Group on Arbitrary Detention has also called for his unconditional release. Yet he remains in solitary confinement, in deteriorating health, and recently had to represent himself in court. Nigeria has signaled that the law is optional and targeting Christians is fair game. Just hours ago this morning, despite the pleas and cries of the Nigerian people and many Nigerian lawmakers, Nnamdi Kanu was convicted on all charges. For fiscal year 2025, the U.S. has requested nearly $8 billion for sub-Saharan Africa. But when Americans see political prisoners, judicial defiance, and the slaughter of Christians, they understandably ask as they meet their own struggles, why should our tax dollars support governments that refuse to protect their own people? Is our aid aiding a genocide? Nigeria is a nation of tremendous potential, but that potential is being choked out by violent persecution of its Christian population. No country can build a stable future where churches are burned, believers are killed, and communities live in fear.
Good evening, viewers across the globe. I am coming to you tonight to address you on a crucial matter of international law. The violation of international law by countries, especially Nigeria, that has not agreed to any pact, any court in the world, and the violation of international law by means of rendition is something that I want to address today. It's a very sad day for me. I've been working so hard across the globe to make sure that we bring some sanity in Africa. I am saddened by the judgment of a judge in Nigeria who seemed not to have known what he was doing, what he was saying, but he opens up one good thing that the world must now start tackling. He agrees they actually abducted, renditioned Mr. Nnamdi Kanu. He agrees that Mr. Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned, taken, abducted. This is not the first time Nigeria has abducted people. Remember my clients who are languishing in a jail in Yaoundé. I am their international legal advisor and expert on the matter of the 10 men, Naira men, who were abducted, Southern Cameroonians, professors and lawyers, friends of the world, the people who have contributed immensely to the world, were abducted from Abuja, from the same regime, from the same terrorist regime, a state that is already infiltrated by terrorists, abducted at night and taken to Abuja. From Abuja, put on a military plane, blindfolded, taken to Yaoundé, violating a non-refoulement case or matter law, which is very clear. They were refugees already registered by the United Nations. We got a judgment, or an arbitrary judgment. To date, Nigeria and Cameroon, the case is in the Queen's Chambers in London, where I've placed for an order to seize the properties of the two countries. The United Nations Court, Arbitrary Court, gave us over 400 million US dollars in compensation. We have tried to do what we can to get this order enforced. Enforcement of this order is taking place as I speak, and very soon we shall be able to seize the embassies of the two countries. Believe me or not, from today onwards, I have serious interest in the case outside Nigeria of Nnamdi Kanu. 3 hours ago, I spent drafting a review, a judicial review against the government of United Kingdom in the United Kingdom court to review why they did not see rendition, why we should give evidence, thorough evidence, how Mr. Nnamdi Kanu was abducted without the country where he was abducted from knowing that he had been abducted. They came stealthily, stole the guy, abducted the guy, blindfolded him, took him to Nigeria. The court today has said, yes, he was renditioned. The judge allows a silly, shambolic judge who seemed to have gone to a school compound but never gone into a classroom, tried to summarize to us. In doing so, he said he brought it out, all of it. And that is very good evidence which I have captured for me. I have, from today onwards, in the old baby in the court, in His Majesty's courts, I've become an interested party on this case because it is outside Nigeria's armpit. I will now take on the Ministry of Foreign and the Commonwealth that has failed to reinforce, that has failed to investigate the renditioning of Nnamdi Kanu, a British national, taken away. And the courts in that country, Kenya, said, no, you must bring back that person because you violated our laws. How on earth a Commonwealth country violates another Commonwealth airspace, comes at night, steals people, takes them? How on earth another Commonwealth country called South Cameroon violates it goes into Nigeria, connived with Nigerian intelligence systems, arrest, pick, abduct, blindfold 10 men, 10 good professor friends of mine. I will always fight for that truth until Paul Biya releases them. We have gone to every court. We shall produce evidence. I will produce evidence. I have taken the case because the case is there. The family went to the court in London. Now it is not a matter of the family anymore. It's a matter of public interest. Public law. We are going to exercise public law that we read on international scene to find out whether this is correct, that a British national should be detained, abducted, airlifted, rendition, and the government does not say anything, even when the courts themselves have said this was illegal. I therefore take this opportunity to urge, to tell all those people who can now support. It is not the family alone now, it is all of us. that we must stand firm. You can see the ethnic divisions that have littered the insanity of Nigeria. A Yoruba judge makes a sentence as if he's sentencing Satan. You can see it. And I've been telling people, I've been telling the world, just the whole of last week I was telling over 7 to 8 to 9 ministers, foreign ministers and legal experts, attorney generals in The Hague. I told them, this is not a country that should exist anywhere in West Africa. This is a country that should be divided, rearranged, because it is one of the Christians are being molested and the world is watching. Moderate Muslims, girls are being abducted every day. Taken, our girls, younger people who need protection are being abducted. And when you speak, Nigeria comes around, harasses you. Today, let this be a warning to them that most of us don't even admire to come to Nigeria, never. It's a failed state. It's a country without a country, a state without a state, malicious state, a fake state that fakes evidence. Their role is to abduct people. Sometime almost 2 years ago, they wanted to abduct another gentleman, young man. Again, thanks God to some of us, the European court in Strasbourg, listen to me. I warned the European court that there's a country in Europe, 2 countries in Europe, Norway and Finland, that are looking for commercial interests, economic interests in Africa, that want to sell the people who have run away from the oppressive regimes. They are dealing, Finland is dealing with a regime which has terrorists, and then it is condemning everybody. Russia, what? Ukraine, what is going on here? Finland used to be a country that used to think of dialogue, peace, reconciliation. Excuse me. What has happened to Finland? It has become a state that brutalizes people, that engages itself with the terror systems of Tinubu and another foreign minister who shouts with his teeth without the brains. The people are being killed. And we cannot keep quiet, and as Africans and all of us keep quiet. Christians are being murdered. Children are being abducted. Girls are being taken out of their schools. Is the world, is Trump, are you seeing or not seeing? Is Trump, is Prime Minister Starmer, do you see Dr. David Lamy, my friend? I'm a member of the Labour Party for 38 years. I've voted in this country where I am here now. Why are you not seeing exactly what's supposed to be done? Why? This is a country that should not be working with you. This is a country that should be sent out of the Commonwealth. Why are we not sending it out of the Commonwealth? What's Nigeria doing in the Commonwealth? A country that does not abide by any laws. The rendition of Nnamdi Kanu is illegal. The sentencing to life of Nnamdi Kanu is illegal. Because even the judge doesn't know whom he was sentencing. A court in Kenya has already said, you took somebody without us knowing. Kenya has no extradition treaty with Nigeria. And the international law was violated of renditioning a person, taking him, blindfolding him, put him in jail, not even in prison, no medical treatment, put him on trial in a makeshift prison of the intelligence of Nigeria. The point of Biafra can never go away with all intimidation and imprisonment of people. The Biafran issue must be solved by Biafra, by the government sitting down, allowing a referendum. If you don't allow a referendum, you have something coming which is beyond that you will think. By the time you run, it will be too late for. You must sit and allow people to decide. Does it worry you, Mr. Tinubu, that 94 million people registered to vote, only 26 million appeared? Doesn't it worry any president like you? Maybe because you are so much used to drugs, so you don't know, maybe you are having drugs. I don't know, because doesn't it worry you that 94 million people voted, registered to cast the vote, only 26 appeared, 68 million disappeared? Is that a country you are leading, where kidnap, abduction, rape, murder, scorched-earth policies by Boko Haram, by jihadists, Fulani jihadists, coming down, killing everybody, taking over farms, and you are watching? We have to speak. We are not agitating for anything beyond the speech and the legal means. We shall use all the legal means on planet Earth. And watch my lips. Mr. Tinubu, I want to buy you a ticket to come to London tomorrow. I want you to buy you a ticket to arrive in London tomorrow. If you can go back. You will go back after the judge has cautioned you. We have put all safeguards. It's good you are now going to, you are running to Paris. But even in Paris, I'm penetrating Paris. Very soon you will see a cheap prostitute knock on your door. You have done something today which is not worth it. You are not worth being in African Union. You are not worth being in the Commonwealth. I've spoken. We shall struggle. The family, we are now interested parties. I'm an interested party in the case. I don't need permission from the family of Nnamdi Kanu to pursue the case in London. The family has got to stand. Nnamdi Kanu has millions and millions and millions of followers. I'm one of those who are very happy with his work. Very happy because he has done nothing wrong, which the Boko Haram are doing. He has done nothing wrong, which the Boko Haram have not done. The Boko Haram have done worse than Nnamdi Kanu speaking. He's not there, but Boko Haram is still abducting, killing people. This nonsense of saying, someone is talking of facts, asking for a referendum, and you lock him for life is not worth it. We shall seek a judicial review. Ladies and gentlemen, those who can assist me on this journey, go ahead. Those who want to be, we haven't lost it yet. There is a window of hope. There is a judiciary in the United Kingdom that listens to views. There is a judiciary that can open a review. We are not demanding guns. We are not telling people to go and fight with guns. We are only demanding a review, a judicial review of the decision. We are not going for an appeal. We are going for a judicial review for us to give evidence. Some of us who know exactly that Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned, because nobody has told the true story of renditioning of Nnamdi Kanu to this court. He was taken. A judge says now, today, he has given us evidence that they abducted him. They abducted him. The words that he has said, never said them on any of some of us interviewed him 1 month before his abduction. He never said any words to tell people to go and fight. Why have they not called us to testify? Because they know we shall tell the truth. Therefore, let this truth come out. We stood, we stand, and we must fight for this gentleman to come out of this quagmire. The British government has a consular. The consular has the right. You have to investigate. They should have come to pick up the order, the court order. I singularly went to a court in Arusha, only to be left there alone. Nigeria never turned up because Nigeria has not signed for any document to be accessible to this court in Arusha. Then that Nigeria you see, all of you who are talking of Nigeria, please, Nigeria has nowhere. If they kill you, they will kill you. They have nowhere in the world where they have signed an agreement. I stood alone in the court, and the court said, this country has not signed and it is not coming. I've posted these documents here. I saw this coming long time ago. We needed to expand the horizon. I told the lawyers, let's expand the horizon. If we did not expand the horizon of Simon Ekpa, he would have been in the dungeons. They wanted to go at night. I've discovered a very serious plot by Finnish ministry with the Ministry of Internal Affairs of Nigeria and the minister, a woman called OJUKWU in the Foreign Affairs. I'm going to expose this with documents, with facts, why telephone conversations and imagery, how many telephones they have made to the Finnish government wanting to kidnap secretly, take Mr. Simon Ekpa. Time has come to expose these people. We cannot sit idle when our people who are simply speaking, seeking freedom to exchange views, a political solution, put it there. People will take part. If the referendum has said go, let them go. They have a right under the UN conventions. I've studied them, they are here. All of them are here, I studied them. If you want, I can tear some of the papers I have. That is my position. Therefore, I have joined the case in London as an interested party. And tomorrow, I will post my submissions after we have filed the application. It will cost, it will take time, but it's better to sell even my shirt to save this young man from prison because he did nothing wrong. He was abducted. That is the biggest mistake. He was abducted by some people, and you have allowed these same people there you are. There you are. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. I've run out of words and tears have come. A lot of tears for this young man to be sentenced to life. Now I have other prisoners, Southern Cameroon professors, the Nera 10. I'm their representative. I have a case in the same court. After the United Nations arbitrary working group said they were arbitrarily arrested, taken, kidnapped, non-refoulement policy destroyed. So let me struggle on. Give me prayers. Give me strength. I will put a public interest case in the United Kingdom court tomorrow as an interested party. In this case, to review, I am going direct judicial review. No appeal, no what, judicial review. We want to bring fresh evidence. We want to bring the number of planes, the plane number, the people on the plane. How many were they? This must come out to the court. Now that the judge has agreed Mr. Nnamdi Kanu was abducted and renditioned to Abuja by the government of late General Buhari. Thank you very much. That is the position. Thank you.
Nnamdi Kanu is a clear example. In 2022, Nigeria's Court of Appeal struck down the charges against him and ordered his release. The UN Working Group on Arbitrary Detention has also called for his unconditional release. Yet he remains in solitary confinement, in deteriorating health, and recently had to represent himself in court. Nigeria has signaled that the law is optional and targeting Christians is fair game. Just hours ago this morning, despite the pleas and cries of the Nigerian people and many Nigerian lawmakers, Nnamdi Kanu was convicted on all charges. For fiscal year 2025, the U.S. has requested nearly $8 billion for sub-Saharan Africa. But when Americans see political prisoners, judicial defiance, and the slaughter of Christians, they understandably ask as they meet their own struggles, why should our tax dollars support governments that refuse to protect their own people? Is our aid aiding a genocide? Nigeria is a nation of tremendous potential, but that potential is being choked out by violent persecution of its Christian population. No country can build a stable future where churches are burned, believers are killed, and communities live in fear.